So Bezat Hashem, we're back in the Limud Shulchan Aruch, Siman Reish Mem Gimel. We're continuing from the Shulchan Aruch that said the halacha said that if you're renting mirchatz v'rechaim, dinam kesadeh. So if the custom in that city, right, the tanur dino kemirchatz. Sorry, if you're renting the tanur, if you're renting an oven, as we explained, the Shulchan Aruch said, if you're renting an oven, it's going to be the rules of the oven. It's going to be exactly like a bathhouse. However, the mill will be considered to be like the sadeh, like the field. So that is allowed to be done be'arisut, where you're allowed to rent it out to a goy, and he does work with the mill, and whatever, I guess, the income that they have, you could share with him. In that respect, that the mill is used by the goy on his own right? Whenever customers come, and then he pays you according to the production. That's arisut. Arisut is according to production. So we said the mill. Shulchan Aruch told us the mill. It's going to be exactly like the field, meaning reference to you're allowed to rent the whole mill that has your name on it, a Jewish name of the owner on it, because everybody knows that this is done with production payment. Just wanted to make sure today everybody knows this is the 8th of the Av, Monday, second day of the week of Parashat Shabbat, Parashat Shabbat. I don't know if I said it. Okay. So tomorrow, B'ezrat Hashem, is Tisha B'Av. We don't learn anything that we know, the regular things. Tomorrow, by the way, I'm going to Netivei Ezra. What is it called? Netivei Ezra. They have a minyan with tefillin in the morning. That's the only one I found here in Brooklyn. I mean, Brooklyn. in South Florida. I was looking for it already. So last year I davened with them. Baruch Hashem, was very nice. There are a few minyanim over there. A few minyanim, not just the next minyan put some tefillin. Even the 8 o'clock minyan, I think, also put on tefillin, which is okay. Listen, if that's your custom, that's what you should be doing. So tomorrow I won't be here. So the rabbi said over here like this: "Ve'af al pi shelo lekacha eno Yehudi rak l'shalish or l'reviya." What does that mean? Maybe he took it for a quarter of the year. Let's see. That's what Mishnah Berurah is going to discuss now. Look inside Mishnah Berurah, Sif Katan Tet. V'af al pi, even though the goy didn't took the mill for a third or a fourth. Now, what does that mean? Asadeh v'rechaim kai. It's talking about here that we're talking about a goy renting a field either for a quarter or maybe a 3 months or 4 months. Also the mill. So the Shulchan Aruch is talking about where there is renting. So he's saying that you're allowed to rent. There shouldn't be any question in reference to rent, right? Because once you rent something, everybody knows that the goy rents it, right? So he does whatever he does. But over here, he's talking about even an arisut is allowed in this instance when you rent the field and the mill. והמחבר גם כן סביר עליה, כן דמטעם זה התיר בסחירות, כנזכר אלא שהוא בהר בהדיא. So again, I guess the Mechaber, the Maran explained that it's going to be allowed just like the allowing of the rental. Okay? What does that mean? רק לשליש או לרביע. So Mishnah Berurah explains, ודווקא בזה שנותן לאין היהודי חלק בתבואה, אבל אם שכר אינו יהודי לעבוד בו כל השנה, ושייתו ליהודי כל התבואה מהשדה. So he's talking about this. When is it allowed to deal with a goy? שנותן לאינו יהודי חלק בתבואה. He gives him the portion of the entire production. אבל אם שכר אינו יהודי לעבוד בו. But if you employed a goy to work your field or work your mill, כל השנה, for the entire year, ושייתו ליהודי כל התבואה מהשדה, and the entire production goes to the Jew. Are you with me, guys? Put your fingers in there, please. אב דמדינה בזה גם כן שרי דהאין היהודי עדתה דנפשי אביד. So over here, when you are allowed, well, this is a chidush. He says that you are allowed to hire a goy as an employment, and everything goes to the field of the Sahara and Yehudi. לעבוד בו כל השנה, ושייתו ליהודי כל התבואה מהשדה. The Jew takes the entire production of the field. It's going to be allowed. דהאין היהודי עדתה דנפשי אביד. because he is why is the goy working? He is working on a salary, on the yearly salary that you're going to give him. דאף אם לא יזבל ויחרוש ויקטור השדה בשבת יכול לעשות בחול וממהר בשביל עצמו מכל מקום אסור. דאף אם לא יזבל ויחרוש ויקטור השדה בשבת יכול לעשות בחול וממהר בשביל עצמו מכל מקום אסור דיבוא לחושדו בזכות יום. If you hired a goy for the entire year and this goy goes and plows the fields on Shabbat or uses the mill on Shabbat, right? Why is he doing it? In order to hasten production for himself. There's going to be a question. People will say that this goy is rented daily. So again, higher employee yearly will be allowed because there's days that not including Shabbat. But if you employ a goy on a daily basis, it will be asur, because if he's working on a daily basis, so Monday he gets paid for Monday, and this way on Shabbat he gets paid on Shabbat. That would be looking what? People will say that he's employed for Shabbat, where he takes a portion, and that will be asur.
Mm-hmm. The whole point, it's going to look, if he's working on Shabbat,
yeah.
If a person doesn't know, when is he getting paid? How is he working?
No. So he said. So good. So he says that you should not allow him, right? If he has a yearly salary, even should not be allowed, because now people are going to think that you hire him on Shabbat also daily, on a daily basis. Yeah, this is the problem. The problem over here is, says Mishnah Berurah, that since he is not getting compensated from the production, he gets a salary, people will say that he's only hired employee, but daily employee. You hear the difference? On the production payment, so that will be a problem. And later on we'll learn.
Production meaning like a commission.
Right, commission, right.
Partnership.
So,
Maybe he gets a bonus or something.
No.
Bonus, commission.
Okay, bonus or commission, but there's no set salary, it's okay. As long as this is the problem. If you're paying him a set salary, people will think, even though you hired him for the whole year, will be a problem. Because they will think that you're paying him daily.
How do people from the outside know? Is he a partner or is he a worker?
I guess the people talk, no? Don't the goy brags? He goes into the bar, they drink, and he says, you know what, I made, this employment, this Jew is a good man. I made so much money this year, and they give it percentage-wise. So you hear this arisut. But the other guy goes and he says, this Jew is a rip-off man. He ripped me off. What's the problem, man? He paid me $150 a day. Even though you hired him for the whole year, but he will say those words. So then you know, people will start thinking, you see this guy has hired him for Shabbat. So that will be a problem, I guess. Okay. דהיינו שסוחר אינו יהודי לעבוד בו כל השנה ושישתו היהודי כל הרווח של השבתון. It's talking about the Jew collects he hired a goy for employment for the entire year, and he will take, even the Jew will collect all the profits, even of the Shabbat. Medina asur, that will be prohibited. Right? So it says over here, Ish Mazliach, he adds something. Over there on number 1 on the right side. No, him, he has the Sefer Ish Mazliach. Ayen beharot hagram halevi zal shenitpasu besov hasefer. No, it says over there. Look on the explanations over there in the end of the book. Okay, no, nothing extra, nothing special. V'hu adin berechaim beopen zeh. So in reference to what about the mill? This is we talk about regular land that there is production. What about a mill? We allow the third line. You allowed from the halacha to rent a mill to a goy. היינו דווקא בשדה וכדומה והמלאכה קצובה ואפשר להשלימה בכל עת. So the reason that we allow it after בשדה it's a field, because there is a set amount. ואין רווח לישראל במה שעושה היינו ידי בשבת, because there is no profit what the goy does for a Jew from Shabbat. right? Because in reality, in the field, whatever the goy could do on Shabbat, he could accomplish other days. As Amrina adapted an Avshavit, because now we say if he works on Shabbat, he's just making it easier for himself. He really could do the job the goy on Sunday, but why is he working on Shabbat? Because he wants to do it. He wants to enjoy his Sunday. He wants to go with his family on vacation. Avar b'mirchatz rechaim ve'amelacha ena ketzuva v'chol yom revach le'atzmo. Over there, the bathhouse and the reference to a mill. The work is what you perform. That's the job that you make a profit. If he doesn't do one day, the Jew will lose anything from that day. Therefore, if he goes on Shabbat and he mills the flour, the grain, it's doing it for the Jew. Therefore, Medina Asur, it will be prohibited. Even though it's just like a regular employee who gets daily salary, so he's doing it because you're hiring for the day. And it's going to come out that the Jew is enjoying from Shabbat's work. Okay, so Taz also says it's going to be prohibited. Because we are makpid not to pay salary unto the Jew, to the goy, the day that he doesn't work. Therefore, if it's asur from the halacha, even if the whole world knows that you hired this goy, employed him for the whole year, and it's outside of the city grounds where people will not be choshed, will not speculate. Gam ken asur will be still prohibited. It will be prohibited. Because outside of the city, there's no people who will not see it even. Still will be prohibited. Why? No, that will be prohibited unless a goy has some kind of portion from the production. And therefore, since the goy will have money, income from the production on Shabbat, now will be allowed. Mutar Berachaim will be allowed even in the mill. Because why? Because over there he's doing it on his own. On his own good. Meaning, again, let me ask you a question. When a manufacturer or grower of wheat comes to grind it to flour, right? He wants to make a lot of bags of flour to sell to his customers. Good. So he needs the production very fast, let's say even. So, I mean, you could work, technically speaking, let's say Shabbat, you could work at nights, the whole Sunday. The whole, right, in order to get money. So why did the goy chose to work on Shabbat? Because he wants to be comfortable. But he could do it later. Yeah, he could do it technically speaking.
He wants to take advantage.
Right. Yeah. So there, everybody knows that he's doing it what? He's doing it for himself. And also, even in the bathhouse. Right, even in the bathhouse. One second, let's just finish. Even in the bathhouse, since everybody knows that the goy now owns the bathhouse, that if everybody knows that the bathhouse is rented to a goy, now everybody knows Yankee's bathhouse. Why is it running on Shabbat? Because the goy rented. Nobody's going to say the Yankee hired this goy. Nobody's going to say that because no, everybody knows. Yankee sold it or he rented it out and everybody knows. It's part for some. And more than that, what about if on Erev Shabbat, this is something new we're going to learn, that the Mishnah Berurah is telling us, that he rents it out every Shabbat, so he sells it to him every Friday. And he buys it back on Motzei Shabbat. That's also will be mutar. That's something new. Okay, that be the general.
Someone underlined that right here.
Yeah, so I'll be right.
But the question is, if he's now your partner, right, and he decides to work on Shabbat,
right,
are you allowed to benefit?
Good. Yeah, so he says as long as he doesn't have a salary, it's not a problem at all, because he's working for himself. The question is when there is a salary, we're going to be, or the question is, are we choished? Do we speculate that he's working for your salary? But there is an open partnership. There's no question at all. We're talking over here, but there is no, like, nobody knows that really he's your partner or not. Well, here, talking about Bevadai, there's a schirut, and since people don't know if he's a
Also, what the problem was today? Today there's WhatsApp groups.
everybody knows.
People know a lot of times if you have a boy that's a partner on commission, it becomes, they see, oh, this guy Abby, who's a boy, oh, he works with Zohar. Wow, I thought Zohar is a religious guy.
But again, just because of their lack of understanding, halacha, it's not your problem.
Yeah.
The halacha is very simple. A guy is working for himself. He's mefarsem. He's publicizing your business, your company, and I'll meet you. We have a Sunday. We have a Saturday morning brunch or something. Okay, it's a big deal. He's doing it for himself. He's not doing it for you. He's not doing it for you. He's doing it for himself. All right.
And you're allowed to take the profit from whatever he does.
Yeah, I mean, if you could figure out that it's a real profit from Shabbat, I don't know how you could do it. Again, real estate is not a real. There's so much work put into it. I mean, unless maybe if the closing takes place on Shabbos, but even there, I would be again. That's where the question is. The question is only if closings take place on Shabbos. Right? But if the closings don't take place on Shabbos, there's no question Bechal. You understand?
There's no even closing.
Right, nobody closes on Shabbos.
This one side's over here. You don't even know.
There's what the show discussed tomorrow. I mean, on Wednesday.
It's getting worse and worse by the day.
What do you mean?
With all the technology, with everything, there's nothing set. People used to come, sit at the table, sign everything.
Yeah, but that used to take 5 hours. No,
Take 2 hours.
a lot of time.
Today, it's 3 days. This one signed this one is over there, over here.
Yeah, they don't do it anymore. Because, we just go to land. Same thing.
There's nobody checking anything.
Nobody. Yeah.
A boy goes, does something, makes a mistake, and he sends it. You made a mistake, he has to go back. Oh, today I can't, tomorrow, I'm working, my wife. It's everything.
So that's actually better. Makes it more better. That's not the shot.